And don't forget, subscribe, like, and comment below.
Get tuned up.
Greetings and welcome to another episode of Back to Focus with your hosts, Kevin and Bell.
And Asia T. Bell.
And we are here back with another reaction video with a woman who shares her experience with her husband and how being married to a man could be nothing but a waste of time. And she shares her point of views. All right?
Yeah.
Should we check it out?
Yeah.
All right, let's check it out.
So now he has to settle down. And settling down means finding somebody who's available that likes him enough to put up with his shit, and then he makes you feel special with a ring. He just needs access to a woman's body for the rest of his life. He can't go out and play the field and get the women he used to, so now he'll get married, because marriage is making sure you have it, because it's getting a little scary out there when I can't pick up these ladies, so I better settle down and get married. Marriage for a man is just maintaining access to a lady's body, to making sure they always have access to that, because they need it, because they will go crazy without access to a lady's body. They're extremely borny. All the way up until the day they die. Just borny. So marriage is to make sure that you stay and sleep in his bed, and he always has access to a lady's body. He's done trying to find, like, what kind of hot lady I can get that was cool. Now what other kind of hot lady I can get. He can't get the hot women anymore, so he's settling down and getting married to you. It's not an honor. It's not an accomplishment. You're literally just a free Bex worker when you get married.
Whoa. So soon marriage will be a thing of the past, unless you're like living in some kind of religious community. It will be a thing of the past. You know what I'm saying? In normal society, it is. It'll be a thing of the past. It'll be like, don't get married anymore, don't have kids anymore, or you'll end up in court.
Right.
You know, going through all the aftermath of such destruction called marriage. It's like marriage is the new death trap. Like, that's how they make it seem. It make it seem like it's a terrible thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They do.
But the question is, does love win at the end?
Yes.
It always wins, right? Because what the rapper Eve say? She said, "Love is blind. It take over your mind." Yeah. You know what I mean? So it's like the power of love will get us through.
Yes.
It's going to override anything that this woman had just said. Should she be ashamed of herself for saying such things? Shouldn't she be lucky somebody married her?
To be honest, yes. Because, I mean, just like we said, not too many people find love out there. And not a lot of women get married to, you know, a man, period. Like, personally, I would feel like, dang, like, I'm putting my business out there, and my husband knew this. Like, I wouldn't put my business out there. If I feel like that, I'm going to keep it to myself. Or, in all actuality, I, explain to my husband, like, hey, this is how I feel about the situation.
Right. I mean, but she don't care. This woman don't care about her man. Apparently, you have feelings, but she no longer share her feelings with her man. So she's coming from a very different perspective.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But like, the thing is, like, shouldn't she be lucky to be married? Because, like, marriage don't come to all women, or the opportunity to be married, or the opportunity to obviously be in a situation where you want to say yes or I do. You know what I mean? Because he didn't put a gun to her here. I don't think he did, at least. I don't think he put a gun in her head and then turned the gun towards the pastor or whoever said the vows for them, the justice peace man, whatever, the judge, whatever, and said, "Yo, read us our vows, damn it, or I'm gonna shoot up the place." You know what I mean? It wasn't nothing like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? It obviously no one's in jail, so it was a cordial process, and she said, "I do," to those vows.
Of
And it
course.
seemed like, she's making a video of her just breaking vows. It's like, is there any consequences for women who break their vows in today's society?
No.
That's terrible, right?
No. I mean, look, it is. But, if I was her, I feel blessed to be married. Like, even if, you going through this, uh, you know, uh, spell of feeling different about your marriage, like, just like we said, love gonna always bring you back. Like, I mean, not unless it was a domestic, violence type situation, but that's not what she's stating here. She just stating she's tired of being married to a man and him having access to her body, and she feeling like she's being a sex worker.
Yeah, but I mean, where else is he supposed to get it? Like, if he can't get it from his wife, where else? I mean, of course he gonna be borny. What the hell is borny anyway? What is that?
She's stating, her husband is always horny.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yes, Borny is the new horny.
I mean, she was confusing me because she was saying
more like this. You know what I mean? Like, he's boring. He's so boring. He's so boring all the time. Like, he always want to jump on me and be boring. You know what I mean? And he was so boring all his life. And from the time he was born to the time he died, he gonna be boring.
I mean, that's what she's stating. He gonna be like that to the day he die. I mean, women get horny too, so I don't know why she complaining.
I mean, yeah, right. That's what I thought. I thought it was a mutual thing. Like, I mean, it's a process, right? I mean, it's an open sesame type of process,
right?
You know what I mean? Like, you knock 3 times and someone will open the door.
Of course.
Yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? It's a process. So, like, she has like, okay, all right, he wants it, and like he's taking it by force or something. Like,
right.
She had to open the sesame.
Look, at the end of the day, I look at it like this. Yeah, we get tired. Like, we doing the cooking, we doing the cleaning, we washing clothes, we helping kids with homework, projects, whatever the case may be. But
and we appreciate you
right.
We appreciate you women for that.
Thank you.
Because it may never get done if it's left to the man.
Yeah. I mean, yes. But I mean, at the end of the day, yes, we do all these things, but yes, at the end of the day or at the end of the night, a man may be like, "Hey, honey, I'm gonna need that." Like, we do be tired. So I mean, it's either you. I'm not saying like, oh, be forceful and like, not like the woman just be like, oh no, you can't have this. Like, I'm tired as hell. Yeah, you got a choice. It's either you like, look, honey, not tonight. I'm just really tired. Or look, just give it to him and go about your business.
Yeah, I mean, right? Because the one good thing about marriage is you get to have lazy sex.
Yeah,
and not
exactly.
and not be judged and not necessarily lose your position,
right,
as wife.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You can just lay there and just let him handle whatever business he feel like he has to handle.
Right.
You know what I mean? And mind you, if he's with you this long in a marriage, I mean, he's not going to be that long. He's not going to take long to finish his business.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like a quick 2 minutes?
Possibly.
Maybe for this guy.
Right.
Since he's so borny.
Right.
Because those who are borny usually have quickies. You know what I'm saying? I mean, cause you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you know, cause if you take longer than 2 minutes, then you're horny.
Right.
But if you're horny, then that's like 2 minutes or less. Maybe he's a 30-second man.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Maybe that's what she's angry about. Maybe it ain't the fact that he's horny, but it's the fact that he's under a minute.
I mean, it's a possibility.
Right. And
It's a possibility.
right. And this is like a cover. This video is a cover up. This video is a cover up because she does not want to expose the fact that she's judging the marriage or willing to throw the marriage away and give the whole world this bad advice.
Right.
You know, based on sex.
Look, I read the you be borny and getting it from me than elsewhere. Cause just like we said, it's too many STDs out here today in today's society. And like her not giving that man what he exactly want or need, you know, he may just ignore her wants and needs. So I mean, that's what causes a marriage to, you know, separate. Like y'all not feeding into each other wants and needs. So now he's gonna go out there to go get it elsewhere, and then you're gonna be mad because he came back with something that you can't get rid of. But that will be her fault though because she denied him of intimacy.
Yeah.
And Diane said, did not, deprive your wife from intimacy or your husband from intimacy.
Yeah. That's important, right? Because we don't necessarily want to share our bed. I mean, what's the point of getting married? I know there are people out there that have open marriages.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're swingers.
Right.
You know, things like that. But what's the point of getting married then? Like if you're gonna share your bed with the world. Because if you a 2-minute man or under, you know what I mean? There are things that you can do to get the woman where she needs to be or get her where she feels satisfied.
Right.
Right?
Spice it up.
Yeah, like he could do massive foreplay. You know what I'm saying? Maybe she likes to eat hot dogs before sex. I mean, whatever her preference is. Maybe she likes the role play. Maybe she like cowboys and Indians.
I mean, some women do.
Yeah. Maybe she has this fantasy of Michael Myers coming in to slay her before he actually slays her.
You know what? Go ahead. You
know what I mean? You gotta spice it up. Yeah, you gotta spice it up. You know what? Maybe she wants him to dress up in a ski mask, come in here, throw some objects around like he's looking for the jewelry, but notices that he has a hot jewelry laying in the bed.
You know
what I'm saying? And maybe he wants to rob that.
I mean, look, it could be, people got a wild imagination, like it could be like on some 50 Shades of Grey.
Yeah.
Like type time. But I mean, some people like stuff like that. But I mean, if that's what's going to keep you, in your marriage and keep her, aroused and, up there, and same for a man. Like role play. Do something to spice up your marriage. Like if she feel like that.
Yeah. But maybe she's talking about him being a cheater. Maybe he has multiple women.
I mean, it could be. You can never rule that out. I mean, even though she may not have explained it as much in this video, but I mean, there could be the possibility too.
Right, but could Borny mean also that he's a split individual? Like he's boring and he's horny.
I mean, it could be a possibility because I mean, he may just do regular stuff in the bed.
Yeah.
And he probably be boring to her. Like it's boring. Like they don't, spice it up. Just like we said, they don't spice it up in the bedroom. And she probably don't get to, climax or
have an orgasm.
Yeah, orgasm.
The ultimate satisfaction.
Right. So he might get his off before she even get to get hers off. So I mean that could be the case.
I mean, maybe he need to loosen her up first. You know what I mean? So that she can stop using the word "borny" and go back to using the word "horny."
Definitely. I mean that could be, but yeah. So,
Yeah, because because he must be. Is he bald? Is he bald? Because she mentioned. Did she mention it?
So she was saying like once once you're before you become before you get married, a man goes bald, so he can't go out there and be a player anymore. So that's why he settled down because he bald and his confidence and self esteem is low.
Oh, okay. So I mean, but who fault is that? Because maybe she's talking about her husband. Maybe like when he had hair, and he had her on this chase, right?
Right.
He wasn't looking to settle down. You know what I mean? But to her, that was the best option for her at the time. And then as soon as he goes bald, right? And he's like, woo hoo woo woo. You know what I mean? My world is falling apart.
Right.
You know what I mean? Because that's how some guys feel. Like me, I'm bald, right? For those who haven't seen any of my other videos or whatever, I'm bald, right? And I could tell you, that experience was a life changer for me. You know what I'm saying? I really thought that I had lost the juice. You know what I'm saying? I had lost the flavor. I had lost the step. I had lost my game. You know what I'm saying? I just thought that meant that every other functionality of my makeup was gonna now die with it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that I would no longer be attractive. I would be like a grandpop, like not able to get laid.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking like, well, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? But then that's when I really started to work on my character, because when I had my hair right on my head, I was more like Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to spit game. All I had to do was just show up. Right. I step in the door, and women is flocking. You know what I'm saying? And they bopping. You know what I'm saying? And they bopping. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and they clocking. You know what I mean? And they dropping. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? It was just like, damn, it's great to be me. You know what I mean?
Right.
But then when I lost my hair, that changed. You know what I'm saying? It was like I was the last man in the room. I was the last man standing. You know what I mean? And what is I might as well just commit suicide right now, because this life is over. You know what I mean? But then I had to work on other character traits about myself. I had to work on like my walk, how I sat, my talk, my punchlines. They had to be like a battle rapper. I had to like drop them lines. You know what I'm saying? They had to come constantly. You know what I mean? All the way up until I get them in the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then I can show them that I still got the mandingo in me. You know what I mean? And I could keep them complacent after that. You know what I'm saying? Once they know it's so much more to me than a bald head.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? And some classic punchlines.
Ooh.
Yeah. So like, but and then my confidence grew over time. So like, now this is not to say that this is every man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Cause like, see me, I didn't go bald until sometime after my first marriage. So I'm not saying that she's not right. This could be other men. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because that, like I said, that is such a life changing experience for me.
Right.
To go bald. I mean, who wants to go bald? Who would ever thought they would go bald? You know what I mean? When they do. So like, she could be right about that with the whole bald situation with some guys.
Right.
But not all guys. So she's generalizing it though. She just need to narrow it down and just say I'm specifically talking about my husband, not all bald guys. This is not an attack on bald men.
Right.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
We're not prejudiced against bald men.
Right.
Because I'm very confident. Because I was very confident when I approached you. You know what I'm saying? I was very confident when I took off the hat. And I finally let my bald head breathe. You know what I'm saying? I was like, look, either she gonna run or she gonna smack it or she gonna rub it while she's loving it.
What I do?
You was rubbing it while you was loving it.
All right then.
You know what I mean?
All right then.
Yeah. So that that's important though, right?
Yeah.
So like, but my question to you though is, if from a woman's standpoint, is she right about men just wanting a woman's body? You know what I mean? So that he don't have to be alone anymore after he loses whatever it is that makes him the player that he believes he is.
Maybe in her situation, she may be saying like her husband is right, because I mean, just like we said, all men aren't like that. Like, whereas though they always thinking about sex all the time, and that they gotta have a woman's body nonstop. Like, not every man want that. A lot of men, nowadays want love and affection. They don't always want to be, lay it down. I want this right now. Give it to me right now. I don't care what the kids is doing. I come in this room and give me some. Like, not all men are like that. Like, I mean, she may feel like that's right in her situation, but I don't feel like every man wants that. Like, every men different.
Yeah.
Like, they want hugs, they want kisses. They want to be pampered.
Thank you.
Like, not every man want to be always horny 24/7. Yeah,
thank you. Ta-da. What? See? And look, you know what I'm saying? See, you know what I mean?
Right.
And and you should teach a seminar on this to the women who think otherwise. No, men, listen. Men get weak in the knees. We lose our strength when we go inside. You know what I'm saying? We don't always want to be tired. Like, sometimes we want to do men things. Sometimes we want to go golfing. Sometimes we want to go shoot pool. Sometimes we want to hang out with the fellas. Sometimes we want to go to the game. Football, basketball, range. You know what I mean? Or the shooting range. You know what I'm saying? Or go to a cigar lounge. You know what I mean? And chill. You know what I mean? Whatever. Sometimes we want to do that. Most times we just want to watch. We want to do some bird watching. You know what I'm saying? We don't always want to get sweaty, dirty, nasty all the time.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's so much more to men than what's being portrayed by women. I really think that women should stop trying to diagnose men, and men need to stop trying to diagnose women. Absolutely. Because we are the opposite sex. And regardless of how much time we spend around y'all, I don't think we can ever really know y'all. And I don't think a woman can ever know a man regardless of how much time she spend around. Right. I mean, now I'm not saying she can't know that individually, that individual personally. You know what I'm saying? Like, what his likes and wants is, and what he requires and things like that. But what I mean, I'm talking about just the nature in itself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Because when nature calls,
it calls.
It calls.
It definitely do.
And that's only something that God can understand. So maybe she should just pray and just give it to God instead of coming on social media, downing men as a whole.
Absolutely. I mean, she should have just referenced it to, her husband, specify hey, well, this is about my husband. I don't know your experience, but I'm letting you know my experience.
Yeah.
Because social media will have a lot of women thinking like, well, that's why my husband married me. Because sometimes us as in women, we like go over the top with things like, seeing a video like that. If I'm not mature enough, I'm be like, well, maybe she right because that's what my husband be doing. Like, and it have a woman second guessing her marriage, and that's how a lot of this stuff, these things like that happen to women. Like, their marriages start falling apart because of what's being fed on social media. Like, it's sad though. Like, I understand people do share their stories and stuff like that on social media, but always go for what you feel like and what you think. Don't go off for what everybody else think, because just like I said, social media will ruin your life.
Yeah, social media is a it could be a fake thing. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of imitators. Like, people do a lot of things for likes and comments and like subscriptions. They'll do anything for it. You know what I'm saying? But we want to take the opportunity to kind of like, make sure the right information is circulating. You know what I'm saying? No, we're not experts in every classification or anything like that. But we ain't gonna steer you wrong either. You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, you're absolutely right though. But it's just crazy how like this woman could be messing up somebody's opportunity to be very happy. Because too many times women are going on this parade, you know what I'm saying? This sort of kind of strike.
Right.
As if like they're in the union and they're opposing their employer. And they're remaining single. They're not bearing children at the most decent ages, which is like in their 20s. They're waiting. And then when they hit the wall and they get to the age where they're like 35, 40 years old, they don't have a husband, they don't have children, then a lot of times it's too late for them. You know what I'm saying, to find these things. Then they end up alone, and then they end up making videos like the one young lady, and I share this video on a personal note later. But she's crying about men not liking black women.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And how other races admire them, worship them, wish they had them. But black men hate them. And it's not really so much of that. It's just like I just think that when we hear these women express themselves, they say a lot of hurtful things. And when I say hurtful, I don't mean just towards the black men, but I mean just with themselves. They're hurting themselves. Yeah. It's like every opportunity is an opportunity to sell yourself, right? So when you're a woman, you want to sell yourself, but you gotta be careful how you sell yourself. Don't oversell yourself. Right. You know what I mean? Don't make it seem like you're a thot if you ain't a thot. Don't make it seem like you're a prostitute if you're not a prostitute. Don't make it seem like you're a hoe if you're not a hoe. Remember, the honeymoon period will someday end, and when that honeymoon period ends, then you're left with, okay, who you are really. You know what I'm saying? Or are you someone he really likes?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? For we ain't talking about just love, right? It's important to be loved, but you have to have both in order for a marriage to work. Like, it's important to have love, but it's also important to be liked.
Absolutely.
And I think a lot of us forget that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, you love me? How dare you do this to me? Yes. You know what I'm saying? But okay, I can love you but not like you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
That's a real thing.
It is. Absolutely is.
All right. So the last question, right, before we wrap this up. Is marriage still an honorable thing today? in today's society? What do you think?
I say yes.
And why do you say yes?
I say yes because it's an honor to be your wife. I'm always happy to cook for you. I'm always happy to take care of the children. Like, I'm always happy to, do everything it is that I'm supposed to do as a wife and as a mother. Like, why? Is because if I don't do these things, then nothing gets done. And like, a man's supposed to do a man's job. Like, a woman's supposed to do a woman's job. That's in our nature.
Right.
We supposed to do motherly and wife duties. Like, I never get tired of it. So, I mean, it's an honor to be your wife. I love you, dear.
Excellent. Thank you. Love you more. And vice versa. It's an honor to be your husband. You know what I'm saying? It's an honor to love, provide, protect. You know what I'm saying? To be there for you when you need me. To be your comforter. To speak words of affirmation to you. To most importantly listen to you. But have your back so that if I can't heal you, right, you can heal yourself. You in that comfortable space to do that.
Absolutely.
All right. I'm a big fan of the phrase happy wife, happy life.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're happy, then I'm happy. You know what I'm saying? If you're happy, then I'm going to get greatness.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? From on all levels. And apparently this woman here, she don't seem like she's happy. So maybe her husband is getting a lot of dog poop. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Again, it's important for us not to generalize one person's mistakes. That's just like saying all dogs go to heaven when we know darn well they do not.
Right.
All right. So that's going to conclude our show for today. Please don't forget to put a like, subscribe, and leave a comment about the video. What do you think about it? Do you agree with her? Do you disagree with her? And what do you think about the things that we said? You want to add to that? You want to take from that? Whatever. We would love to hear what you think.
Don't forget to share.
Oh, absolutely. Share, and share. All right. Peace, love, and happiness.
Absolutely.
I mean, of course, he's gonna be Borny. What the hell is Borny anyway? What is that?
She's stating, her husband is always horny.
Oh, that's a new one.
Yes, Borny is the new horny.
I mean, she was confusing me because she was saying
Kind of more like this. You know what I mean? Like, he's boring. He's so boring. He's so boring all the time. Like, he always want to jump on me and be boring. You know what I mean? And he was so boring all his life. And from the time he was born until the time he died, he gonna be boring.